Hi, I'm Seamus Johnson, and I am super excited to share with you today the Census AI2 data platform. This new data platform sits on top of CensiTrack, LoanerLink, and our other products, and it brings modules that help our customers solve their biggest problems using data. So we launched the first module for this new data platform back in November. That is the Census AI2 productivity module. It aims to help our customers do more with the people they have. We know that hospitals everywhere struggle to attract and retain talented sterile processing professionals. This has been the case for years, and it's only gotten worse with the pandemic. So the Census AI2 productivity module aims to help our customers with those challenges. So here we see the Census AI2 button, and I can select the productivity analytics item. This will bring us into the Census AI2 productivity module. The first thing we do is get everything out on paper. So when this loads, it's going to bring us to an overview tab here where it shows really everything that's going on in all of my departments. But the point of this module isn't just to give you visibility into everything that's going on. The point of this module is to help you understand where there's waste and eliminate that waste. So it isn't about, hiring more people to meet the demands of the OR, because those people may not exist, or that may not be possible, or you might not be approved for that. Instead, it's about eliminating unneeded activity, unneeded expensive labor in order to continue to devote those labor hours, devote that activity, devote that productivity to what is needed most, and that's supporting the demands of the OR. So a couple of practical examples for doing that. One, if we look at the facility comparison tab, we can see our facilities ranked by their relative productivity. So the way we think of productivity is how many items were processed per person in my department. We can see that metric here. And then we can see kind of what's driving that. So there's two big things that could be driving that. The one I want to call your attention to is this column here, estimated percent worked for procedures. So that's really how much of the time in the department is actually spent processing trays versus all the other stuff. And so you can see how that compares across your departments. And then we can drill into that further. So here we have a dashboard that's specifically dedicated to that. And here we get a breakdown for each of our facilities right here. We can see in blue how much time is spent processing trays. In yellow, how much time is spent in CensisTrack doing other things. And in gray, how much time we know must have been worked but isn't recorded in CensisTrack. So that could be answering the phone for the OR, that could be doing rounds, that could be going and collecting case cards from upstairs, any number of things that have to be done, but for which there isn't a scan in CensisTrack out of the box. One of the things you can do then is start to create barcodes for those activities in CensisTrack using our efficiency task module and pull that in. And when you do, you'll be able to start to measure here in this Pareto how much of your department's time is spent doing those things. So, for example, you find that your department spends 20% of its time answering the phone for the OR. Now you have the data to have that conversation with the OR and understand how can we reduce this? How can we spend less time answering the phone for the OR, because the OR presumably will have what they need already, and spend more time processing trays, right? The second thing that this module can do to help you improve efficiency is help you eliminate waste in the trays. Everybody knows there's trays out there that have way too much stuff in them, stuff that never gets used. So if you're going to go and optimize trays, that's a big ask. You burn a lot of calories doing that, right? So it's important to understand which trays should be optimized. Here on our assembly standard screen, we can get a list of all the trays that we processed, ranked by the number of times we actually process them. So the trays at the top of this list are the things that are going through our department all day, every day. These are the things that you want to optimize. So we can blow this up and create a work list, and we can just go down and see how many times each tray was processed and how many instruments are in those trays. And we can see, okay, this ortho set, minor set, Soft tissue set and major set are candidates for optimization. They've got a lot of instruments in there and they're way at the top of the list. If we just focus on optimizing these 4 trays, we're going to have the biggest bang for our buck. So if you're going to burn calories doing that, and you absolutely should in some cases, you want to understand which trays should be optimized, and Census AI Squared Productivity can help you do that. There's a lot more in this module. There's trends, deep dives into assemblies. You can see throughput and decon. But next, I want to take you over to the Census AI Squared Quality module. This is the module that we are launching this month. And it aims to help our customers improve the quality of the trays that are being provided to the OR. So if we click on Quality Analytics, again, it's going to take us to an overview where we just get everything out on paper. So this is data that we're pulling in from the Quality Feedback module in CensisAI2. And here you'll be able to see the quality events broken down by responsible party, that's who made the mistake, by the type of event here, by which tray or peel pack was impacted, and you can see some basic trends over time. Again, this is great information, but what we really want to do is help our customers improve quality. So for that, we need to understand the error rate. So here we pull in all of those quality events that are recorded, divide that by the number of trays that were processed to produce an overall error rate. Best of best hospitals can approach a 0.5% error rate. Here you can understand what your error rate is, and more importantly, how it's trending. Is it going up or down? When we drill in even deeper, we can see that some of the things that are really important are understanding the relationship between the proficiency level of technicians and quality, and also throughput and quality. One of the things that we found through data is that by increasing throughput, you can actually improve quality, somewhat counterintuitively. We do know that when technicians rush, they make mistakes, but when a department has high throughput, technicians tend to rush less because technicians rush when they get behind. When there's a lot of trays stacked up waiting to be processed, that's when they rush, that's when they make mistakes. And we can see that in the data. And a department that has a high throughput rarely has a lot of trays stacked up waiting to be processed. And so technicians rush a lot less, quality improves. We see that pattern across every facility that we look at. The second thing, of course, is the proficiency level of your technicians. And here we've got some tools to help you measure that. You can see where you have opportunities for growth. And then you get a tab here based on the technician that helps you understand how to put that into action. You can filter this down to a single technician and you can go over with them. Here's what your error rate looks like. Here's the trends over time. Here's where you're having trouble. Here's the kinds of things that are being reported on your trays, and build a tailored education and coaching program for that technician. And then, as with always, with all of our dashboards, you get the Q&A feature. This is powered by artificial intelligence. It allows you to ask questions just in plain English, and the AI will go look at your data and create an answer. And we've got some examples here for the kinds of things that you can ask. And this is a really great catch-all. Our customers use this all the time to get information out of their dashboards that they know is there. Productivity data is there, the quality is there, but there isn't a visualization that's exactly what they're looking for. So here you can come in and you can ask it to create a chart based on your data that shows you anything that your data can tell you. And that is the Censis AI Squared platform. There's lots more to come here, and I'm super excited to talk about it. Thank you.